Welcome to another edition of Robot Wars Extreme Warriors. Today, you're going to witness 4 of the best U.S. bots up against 4 of the best British bots in our international championships.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mick Foley.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Foley. Welcome to Robot Wars Extreme Warriors, the show with the best robots on television. Today, we're bringing you an international competition, bringing together the fiercest robots from the U.S. and the U.K. and pitting them against each other in the war zone. First, we'll establish an American finalist, and then we'll get a finalist from the UK, and when it's all over, one robot and one country will have the bragging rights of owning the Robot Wars International Championship. It's going to be an interesting evening. Let's go to the pits and get the story from Carol.
Thanks, Nick. Hi, I'm Carol Groh, and there's no longer a big ocean between these two countries. I've got 8 teams going head-to-head, and their national pride is at stake. Now, this sounds like a recipe for destruction, and that's exactly what we like.
The good old USA is up first. Let's go to the battle board and get the first American matchup.
All right, Mick. Later in our first round battles, we're going to see the reigning world champ Razer. But first up, an all-American battle with Manta up against Joker. Let's go down to Carol in the pits.
Outside the tunnel, getting ready for the international special. The ultimate goal is to find the toughest U.S. team to go against the U.K. team. But this is the first battle of the first round. I have Manta, and I have the Joker. We're going to find out their strategy. What do you think?
We got a good chance to win in this.
You do?
Know? Oh, yeah.
Tell me why.
We've got the disc here, and it kind of rotates a little bit. We've got the hooks right here.
Make you feel pretty tough.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and you're going to drive yourself to victory, right?
I hope so. I hope to back into him with the wedge, and hopefully we'll get on top of him and hit him with the disc a little, too. Okay,
so Manta, you guys are gearing up for this. You're feeling pretty confident, pretty strong.
Yeah, I think we have a really good shot against the Joker. You know, he's a spinner. He's a tough spinner. The thing's bulletproof, but I think we can still get through it.
But what if you go all the way? How do you think you're going to do against the UK?
Well, the UK's got a lot of tough bots.
Yeah.
It could go either way.
What's your strongest point over here on the Manta?
Well, this blade here, I think, can pretty much,
right?
Yeah, it can take pretty much anything out.
Okay, well, this is going to be exciting. We're just getting started. Let's go to the internationals.
From Rome City, Indiana, the Joker.
Joker in at 213 pounds with a 24-inch rotary disc and interchangeable impact weapons like hooks and steel whackers and padlocks.
From Steven City, Virginia, Manta.
And there's the awesome Manta at 200 pounds with a 16-inch steel blade spinning at over 200 miles an hour and a carbine-tip ramming spike on the rear.
Roboteer, stand by.
There's Team Joker with Skip Harmeyer at the controls. And in the middle for Manta, Jeff Sesnick at the controls. And guarding those corner patrol zones, Sergeant Bash with a flamethrower. And joining Bash, the Big Daddy, Sir Kill-A-Lot at 616 pounds.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Refbot backs out of the way, gives the green light, and Joker gets spinning with that disc. Manta takes a good old chunk out of Joker. Joker's got some major wobble going on that spinning disc. And Manta is a little too close to Kill-A-Lot. Better get out of that corner. I think Manta has definitely done some damage on that first hit to Joker. One thing about both of these teams, they are going to go head up until no one's left. And Manta's betting it's going to be the other guy. Good bit of strategy on Manta's part, pushing Joker around. Joker definitely had to withdraw. He's got some mean-looking hooks off of that thing, Joker, spinning around. He hasn't gotten any piece of Manta yet. Manta's just too low to the ground. And good driving skill on Manta's part to stay really out of the way of the major weaponry on Joker. kind of comes in from behind. Manta, with that big blade, pulls a major chunk out of the back of Joker. Manta definitely on the driving skills and starts working on the same spot again. Oh, these Manta boys definitely got some driving skills, and Joker's freewheeling, it looks like. Chompsalot gives him a little push just to see if he's still running. Doesn't look good for the Joker boys. I think they know it, too. Look at that. Manta, 200-mile-an-hour spinning disc, going on reverse motion, did what it took to take out servos or electric motors or battery power. Something is suffering on Joker now, but they haven't seen the beginning of suffering. As the count goes down on RefBot, it may be time for the housebots to come and do a little cleanup. And here comes Chompsalot. Well, the count was over, so Chompsalot can do Joker in. And these guys can just sit and watch. Well, it was a good start as Bash hits the pit trigger to set up an inevitable burial. And Chompsalot comes over to help Joker along, just because he needs a bit of help, I think. Look at the power of Chompsalot. Those pincers came from the jaws of life, and they've just kind of reversed them for Chompsalot. Takes a little chunk. Chompsalot's having just the beginning of what looks like a real Joker party. And Jokers are definitely wild in this round. As Chompsalot doesn't want to go for the pit, the audience is saying the pit, but it looks like it's going to be out of the arena for the Joker boys. See you later. And there it is, Chompsalot looking proud. Well, Joker started out with the best intentions, but it looks like a la Chompsalot, the joke's on you, Joker. And not only that, all of Joker's hopes and dreams of moving forward in this round have just gone crashing down onto the cement.
Manta looking very impressive in a decisive victory over the battling Joker as we move on in our international competition. Start off our international competition, and Joker, I was down on you guys a little bit before, but you really showed me something. Did some damage before finally conking out. What happened?
We lost control with the robot eventually, but we had some fun before that, and I got to give it up to these guys. They had a great weapon, and it was a fun match. Okay,
so it wasn't you losing control, it was them making you lose control.
Pretty much.
Okay, very good, and may I say you guys have some of the best headwear I've ever seen of any of the Roboteers. Jeff, great performance out there. Tell me what happened.
Well, we played around with them for a little while, and they actually put up a good fight before Chompsalot threw them over the side.
Did you feel good seeing their all their hard work crushed on the concrete floor?
Oh yeah, it makes anyone feel good.
That's what I like about you. You're vicious, and that's what I like about Robot Wars, the great competition. Let's give it up for all the Roboteers.
So as Joker bites at dust, Manta is the first American to advance through. Next up, a British battle.
We laughed at the Joker's expense when he was spun around by Sir Chompsalot and dropped out of the arena and the competition. Manta will advance to round 2. When we come back, another matchup, another dance of destruction. No allies, only enemies. This is the Robot Wars International Competition. We've eliminated one American robot already, and Manta has moved on to round 2. Right now, let's go to the other side of the pond for our first British matchup.
All right, Mick, we're going to see Wowot versus Tornado. So let's get down to the war zone.
Tornado.
And there's Tornado at 213 pounds with some sizable pushing power and a spinning disc that runs at 2,500 RPM.
Hi, we're Team Tornado. I'm Andrew, this is Brian, this is Dave. Our robot Tornado pushes all the other robots around. We're going to push Wowot around as much as we like. We're going to push him into the house robots. We're going to cut him to pieces and put him in the pit.
From the UK,
There's Wowot at 206 pounds with 18-inch pneumatic jaws to pull robots and lift them out of the arena. Let's see if they can do it.
I'm Adam Clark. I'm here at Robot Wars International Extreme Warriors. Some head-to-head action with American robots. I've got some British robots to get out of the way first with Wowot, but that's not going to be a problem. We're just going to go for some pure carnage.
Roboteers, stand by.
And there's Andrew marching at the controls in the middle for Tornado, and Adam Clark for Wowot. And the house spots in the corner patrol zone, Sir Kill-A-Lot. And joining him, Sergeant Bash.
3, 2, 1,
Rathbot backs out of the way, and Wowot with those big old claws is getting pushed back by Tornado with some awesome pushing power. And he's in the wrong place at the wrong time. Wowot better get out of there, and not by Sergeant Bash's help. Tornado tries to help him a little bit. It takes a chunk out of Bash. And look at the claws go down into Wowot. Sergeant Bash is not letting go. He's like a pit bull. And now he lets go. Wowot took some damage on that time. Those claws have not come down to the ground. I don't know who he thinks he's fighting. But meanwhile, Tornado is taking that spinning disc and shredding the rear side of Wowot, tearing up what little was left after Bash's encounter, and takes him from the side, Tornado. So much power in this bot, trying to put him back into the corners and let the house bots take care of him. And Kill-A-Lot, out of his corner, pushes Wowot back in the corner. Wowot's trying to fight back with that claw. That thing is dragging really low, and he's got not enough speed to grab anything. Maybe a snail. Tornado is just pushing Wowot at will. Poor Adam Clark is getting pushed around up in the box. He's trying everything he knows to get that bot in competitive motion. But he's having some troubles there as the pit trigger gets hit. Fantastic strategy on Tornado's part, who pushes Wowot right to the edge of the pit, and he's dropping him down. Tornado just was dominating all the way through this round, and you can say goodbye to Wowot. Wave for the audience, will you?
Thank you. Well, in an opening UK match, the Tornado blows by Wowot and puts Wowot into the pit. Wowot, I've got to tell you, your robot, one of the most impressive-looking machines I've ever seen, but then, unfortunately, the contest started. It didn't do a whole lot.
Yeah, always trying the brain over brawn's approach. And then we got a move put on us by Sergeant Bash, took out our electronics in the pit.
Well, since we're not going to see the weapon work, tell me what it would have done.
It grabs people on the ramp and it traps them there, or it actually opens up the jaws and can capture them that way as well, and then it just drags them around. And then it's supposed to put people in the pit.
All right, well, I'm sorry things didn't work out, as indeed it was your robot ending up in the pit, guys. A lot of pushing power there. Was that the secret?
It's always been one of our main points, is to be able to push everything.
We've seen some very powerful American robots that push around a lot. How do you think you'll stand up to them?
We have met one previously in the World Championships, and so we think we should do all right.
All right. Good luck to you, the Tornado, as you advance on in the International Championships, and let's hear it for all of our Roboteers.
And there it is, Tornado, the first of the British bots to go through. Next up, the second of our American battles.
Tornado was just too fast and powerful for Wowot. Defeat was imminent when Wowot was pushed into the corner patrol zone where Sergeant Bash had his way with him. Tornado is our first British robot to advance to round 2. When we come back, we get an American opponent for Manta. The international competition rolls on. Thank you, and welcome back to Robot Wars, the international competition on the new TNN. So far, we got Manta representing the U.S. and Tornado for the U.K. in round 2. Right now, it's time for a little infighting as we go to the battle board to find Manta a little friendly competition.
All right, Mick, next up in the infighting category, we're going to see Brawler up against General Chompsalot 2.
I'm down here in the pits with General Chompsalot. They're getting ready to battle it out in the International Special. Now, this is really cool because whoever wins this division in the U.S. goes on and battles it out with the UK champion.
Yeah, it's a really cool thing because we got a shot at some of the best UK bots, but to get there, we got to beat some of the best in the USA, which is not an easy feat.
True. And those UK bots are pretty tough.
Oh, yeah, they brought in the best of the UK. They didn't bring the little bunny rabbit dancing around out there. They've got some mean robots in store.
Bunny attack. Anyway, I'm kidding. Let's talk about the next battle. You're going over to battle it out with Brawler. Have you been over there to check out their robot?
Yeah, we've looked at their machine, and I got to be honest, that is one tough machine.
Yeah.
We're just going to have to wait for a moment of weakness and get in there and get him into General's jaws. That's our only hope.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be an exciting match. So we'll look for you. Let's go over and talk to Brawler, the opposition.
You better watch it, Brawler.
One moment of weakness, and you're in our jaws, buddy. One moment of weakness.
Come on, you guys. I found the Brawlers. Hey, we were just over talking to General Chompsalot, and they said that they're going to chew you up and spit you out.
They did?
Yeah, they did.
Well, we've seen them run before, and they seem to enjoy pain and suffering, so we're going to give as much as we can. I think we're going to bust the General down to buck private.
Really?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I fibbed a little bit. They didn't really say that, but I know they meant it.
Well, we mean it, too.
Yeah. Well, what I meant is that you guys have a really tough robot. I mean,
Yes,
I've been looking around, and I almost think they're a little bit nervous.
I think they should be.
Okay, but you got the strategy where you're going to give them some pain and suffering and see if they enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, we're ready for this one.
From Wisconsin, General Chompsalot 2.
And there's the big mouth, the General Chompsalot 2 at 217 pounds. It's completely invertible, which means it's going to run either way up. And these guys are fast.
From Chino, California, Brawler.
And there's the little hammerhead Brawler at 214 pounds. What he lacks in size, he's got in speed, and they're hoping to do some damage.
Roboteer, stand by.
And there's General Chompsalot's Tim Berghofer at the controls, and Errol Miller for Brawler. The house bots in this round, the flame-throwing Sergeant Bash. And guarding that other corner patrol zone, Sir Kill-A-Lot.
3, 2, 1.
I've seen Chompsalot before do some major driving, so you can expect a lot from them in this round. An all-American battle here. And little Brawler gets spinning and rips the tongue right out of the poor Chompsalot team. Wow, did the bot get your tongue? Unfortunately, it's not a huge amount of weaponry on General Chompsalot. And the Brawler better stay aware, because those jaws are going to come right down on him. Well, Bash got out of his corner patrol zone a little early. I think he's a bit impatient. And Chompsalot is clamped down on the Brawler, and the Brawler's doing its best to get away, and it's just dragging Chompsalot with him. Those jaws are posting 2,000 pounds of pressure on Chompsalot. Let's see if it can live up to their statistics. And Kill-A-Lot is taking full advantage of the fact that Chompsalot strayed into that CPZ. Chompsalot's up against the rails now, and he gets away. Good piece of driving by Chompsalot. Now the Brawler's sitting out in the middle of the arena, and he needs to do some damage if he's going to go through. Unfortunately, the Brawler's looking pretty cumbersome next to the agility of General Chompsalot. Chompsalot's got him by the wheel now, so he's got no driving whatsoever. Poor Errol Miller's at the mercy of the jaws of General Chompsalot. And Chompsalot tracks Brawler right into the pit trigger. It's just another day at the office for the Chompsalot boys. They just went through this thing like clockwork. Poor Brawler didn't seem to have a chance. Oh! Chompsalot better get his jaws open if he knows what's good for him, or else he's going down too. Well, he's got a little bit of drive. Oh, great driving by General Chompsalot. And the Brawler is just trying to get out of the pit. Sorry, buddy.
Cease.
It's all over. You look at that. Chompsalot just did the perfect maneuver, got him to the trigger, put him in the pit, Brawler went down, and it was more of a faller after a certain point. Chompsalot goes through for the Americans.
Well, the Brawler puts up a brave fight, but in the end was devoured by the hungry jaws of General Chompsalot, and the General proceeds in our international competition. Brawler, as I said, you did not go down without a fight, and maybe you can take some pride in knowing that the General Chompsalot may not be talking in the near future.
Yeah, he's a good competitor. He's got a real tough robot. We ripped the tongue out of him.
I saw that.
Yeah, we really tried to drag him around after he clomped onto us with his chaws, but just kind of lost some traction.
Just one note I'd like to say is that once you're in the pit, your thing's kind of over. Did you think you could drive out of the pit and continue?
That wasn't me. That was my robot. I have no control over that.
Of his own. Okay, General, an excellent job out there. Maybe even a dominating job. I don't think I'd ever seen your robot so devastating, clamping the jaws on, having the foresight to hit the pit button and then driving into the pit. A great effort.
Well, thanks. We kind of eyed up Brawler ahead of time and decided they were about bite-sized for our jaws. So we thought if we could get him in there, we'd had a good shot at getting him in a pit, and it just worked out.
Will you need your tongue to take on Manta in the next round of our international competition?
That tongue is going to be very integral to our fight against Manta, so it's definitely going back in there.
Okay, I'm looking forward to a great bout. Let's hear it for all our Roboteers.
Well, we've got our first two American semifinalists. So next up, we're going to see Cat 3 and the reigning world champion Razer.
The General losing a body part. I know how you feel, buddy. Munich, 94. But he still manages to push the pit release and get the Brawler in there. General Chompsalot advances to round 2 against Manta. When we come back, another British battle. It's brilliant. Cheers. The British are coming. The British are coming right into the war zone to battle each other for the chance to compete in round 2. Let's go to the battle board and get the matchup.
All right, Vic, we're going to see Cat 3 up against the reigning world champ, the Razer. And now let's go down to Carol.
Right outside the tunnel, we're gearing up for the international special. Cat 3 just went in. Hold on one second. We got Razer here. They are the 2-time world champions. How do you feel going into the tunnel?
Not too bad, actually. I mean, they got a good machine, but the axe they've got is no match for this.
Well, Simon, you sound pretty confident. How about you, Ian?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a slow machine. We should be able to outdrive it. They're nice guys, you know, so we'll take it easy on them.
They're nice guys. It doesn't matter if they're nice guys. Once you get in the arena, who cares? Well, I don't want to break your concentration. Head towards the tunnel. I wish you lots of luck.
Great, thanks.
From Addleston, Surrey, in the UK, Cat 3.
And from the United Kingdom, Cat 3, who's running an axe with 1,000 pounds per square inch of force. Let's see if they can put it to use.
Hi, I'm Keith Williams, this is George Reed and Julianne Williams. Our robot is Cat 3. We're back for another Wars with a big pneumatic axe, hoping to decimate the opposition.
From Bournemouth in the UK, Razer.
And there's the awesome reigning world champion Razer at 213 pounds with some major crushing power on that front spike and some major pushing power.
I'm Ian Lewis from Team Razer. We're going to fight the best of British in this international competition, and then we're going to go on to the best of the American bots. We'll take them all on, I tell you.
We're the top dogs, we're the world champs, we're the team to beat. Yeah, Razer is going to be coming at you.
Stand by.
There's the Cat 3 team with the fluffy ears. And the ones to watch, the Razer team. And guarding that corner patrol zone, Shunt with a diamond edge axe. And the other corner's guarded by Sergeant Bash with a flamethrower.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Well, by all accounts, Cat 3 has got its work cut out for him. The world reigning champ, Razer, definitely got that title by some major demolition and some severe carnage, which it's inflicting on Cat 3 immediately. There is no escaping the Razer. When that thing wants to clamp down on you, you're not going nowhere. Poor Cat 3 is flailing about with their axe, but they cannot connect. They might be lucky to get an arena floor, but certainly Razer is going to stay out of trouble. Goes in from the side, great bit of technique and driving on the Razer's part. They've done this before, and they know what to do now. Cat 3 is looking concerned as we see Razer go back in from the ref cam and just bite down inside of Cat 3. The poor Cat 3 team better get out of the way if they know what's good for him before Razer has a complete meal. And that thing looks hungry. Well, I think possibly Cat 3 may be having no drive whatsoever because they are not moving. They've got a little axe power, but that's not enough to move the bot. RefBot is looking very closely to see if there's any immobilization here. And I think Razer has done its work early on in this round, as Razer is pushing Cat 3 back and probably into a corner patrol zone. Although they're just playing, and Bash comes out of his zone and hits the pin trigger. He wants to get this thing over with as RefBot goes for the countdown. Poor Cat 3 was out of it before it even began. And the Razer was showing what he's made out of and why he is world champion. Razer goes to angle for Cat 3 to his inevitable burial. And the audience knows what time it is. Goodbye! Razer dumps Cat 3 in a cataclysmic event.
Well, that was a catastrophe.
The world champion, the legendary Razer, lives up to its status, steamrolling over the Cat in our international competition. Cat, were you intimidated at all? I'm just saying that because, let's face it, you're up against the world champion, the Razer. I'm the host, and I'm a little bit intimidated by these guys. What was it like to be out there?
They're a very scary bunch of boys.
Very scary? Do you think maybe it prevented you from doing your absolute best out there?
No, I think they were good on us. They're a fantastic robot, great team.
It seemed to me, guys, like almost maybe you could have put them away a little sooner. Maybe you were, in a sense, playing a game of cat and mouse with the cat being the mouse.
Yeah, we like these guys, so we were gentle, if you can call it that.
Okay, now as far as Tornado, can we look for a little bit more ruthless performance from the Razer?
Well, those guys, I mean, they're asking for it, really, aren't they, Mick? I mean, they're going to get it right where it counts, I tell you.
All right, strong words from the world champion, but he can back them up. Let's hear it for all our Roboteers.
There it is, confirmation. World reigning champ Razer goes through to the semis. And here's how those semis look. Manta and General Chompsalot up first.
Meow. Cat's claws were useless against Razer as she was crushed, immobilized, and then counted out of the match. Razer moves on to round 2 against Tornado. When we come back, the round 2 matchups give us a US and UK finalist and a chance to recreate the American Revolution. Welcome back, and this is the international competition. This is round 2, and the results of these battles will procure us 2 finalists. We'll go to battle for the bragging rights of being the Robot Wars International Champion. I'm the Robot Wars International Champion. Let's go to the battle board and get the matchups.
All right, Mick. In an all-UK battle, we're going to see Tornado up against Razer. But first up, an all-American battle with Manta and General Chompsalot 2.
Stand by.
And there's the Manta team and the General Chompsalot team. Housebots in this round, Sergeant Bash. And for his first appearance tonight, Dead Metal with a serrated saw.
3, 2, 1, activate.
And Refbot gives the green light, backs out. Chompsalot, jaws wide open, goes in after Manta. Manta had some major demolition going on with that disc last time. And now Manta is wearing the eyeball off of Chompsalot. And Chompsalot, again, is taking some sacrificial punishment, but certainly nothing substantial. Well, the judges will be looking for damage, and that's definitely damage. Look at that. He just pulled his eyeball hubcap right off with that blade. Manta, some severe driving skills here. And they go right into the mouth of General Chompsalot. The power on the front of Manta's disc is enough to lift Chompsalot up off the ground, and his wheels are spinning. Just look at the power of Manta's spinning disc. As Chompsalot, again with a pit bull move, bit down on Manta. Now he backs Manta into the rails. Oh, Manta took a real hard shot that time. Chompsalot's not out of this one yet, as his tongue's laying on the ground. Chompsalot's got his jaws wide open, and he's going to try to do some more damage on Manta, who's not moving at all right now. I think Chompsalot really took him into the rails hard and knocked something loose, because they've got no driving skill whatsoever except to be backed into that pit trigger. And the count is going down, so it's a race against time just to see Chompsalot bury poor Manta, who really did have a chance in the beginning, and it's all over. The count has gone out. Chompsalot couldn't get him in the pit quick enough, and this is going to have to go down to a judge's decision. Manta was awesome in the beginning, had all kinds of speed, but he should have never went down the mouth of General Chompsalot, because Manta got slammed by Chompsalot right into the pit trigger, and then Chompsalot lined him up for the kill.
The judges have rendered their decision, and General Chompsalot has earned the right to represent the United States in our international competition. I thought Manta had what it took. I didn't think the General was going to be able to sink those flesh-eating jaws on him.
Oh, that makes two of us. But we figured if we could just keep hitting at that weapon and stop it and get in there enough to grab him, maybe we had a shot, and it worked out.
Well, it was very well done. I think we're looking forward to a really, really great international final. So I wish you guys well.
Thank you.
I wish all you guys well. And let's hear it for all our Roboteers.
General Chompsalot 2 goes through for America to meet the winner of the United Kingdom battle, Tornado and Razer.
Roboteers, stand by.
And there's the Razer boys. And Tornado ready to go. Housebot in this round, dead metal in the corner patrol zone. And joining him, Sergeant Bash.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Well, Tornado's allowed interchangeable weapons, but he's done a little Razer proofing. Keep from getting cut up too bad. Let's see if it works. He still stays within the weight confines. Great bit of strategy on the Tornado's part, because Razer's looking like they're having a little trouble. They're getting pushed back from Tornado's sheer strength and power. There's the spinning disc trigger's been hit, and Razer's far too low to get across that spinning disc of doom. Tornado on the pushing attack, pushing Razer right into Dead Metal's corner patrol zone. And they do a little do-si-do and get out of it, but Dead Metal is not giving up yet. He's burying that saw right down into the Razer proof in a Tornado. And Razer's biting right down into Tornado. Finally got a chunk of something that's going to work. The boys on the Razer team are ecstatic about this. Look at that. Boy, when he sinks his teeth into you, it's all over. You're a goner. But the Tornado guys have got a lot of power, even though they got all that Razer proofing. Let's see if it's going to get him out of trouble. Yes, they got some power. Somebody's motor is laying right on the arena floor. I wonder what that came out of. It must have been the spinning front disc of Tornado, because Razer's so well enclosed, nothing that big would drop out without you really seeing some major damage. And speaking taking a damage. Here comes Dead Metal with a saw. For some reason, the housebots are picking on Tornado when they really should have been after Razer, who was in the corner patrol zone. And now Tornado's going to make Razer feel it. Tornado pushing Razer right back into Dead Metal's corner patrol zone. And Dead Metal again puts the saw down into Tornado instead. And Bash from behind has got Tornado. And it's all over. This is going to have to go to a judge's decision, and they got their work cut out for them. It was a pretty equal battle between these guys. Tornado had all the pushing power, and Razer had the grabbing power. There's a very small margin between winner and loser in this battle.
Any decision right here is bound to create some controversy, and this one no doubt will. But by a split decision, 2-1, our judges have decided that Tornado will continue in the international competition. No less than a shocking upset. Either way you slice it, it's controversial. I had to notice that Tornado literally tried to Razer-proof their robot. Is that within the confines of fair play?
Well, you know, we got in on them still. They made it a little bit short. So we still got in there. That's a real surprising decision.
Well, they're saying that the Tornado was showing more aggression, but it was an excellent match. Destined to go down in history as one of the great matchups here on Robot Wars. Guys, do you agree with the decision?
I think it's fair. There were plenty of times there where we pushed Razer into the CPZs and the house robots didn't touch them.
Yeah, but that is a good-looking robot. I wouldn't want to mess with it either.
Yeah, it is a very nice-looking robot, but doesn't matter. It's still here to be trashed.
You don't feel guilty that you essentially Razer-proofed the car and denied the fans the thrill of seeing the Razer sink its fangs into your metal carcass?
We have no problem with doing that whatsoever. The rules allow us to do interchangeable weapons, and what's that apart from a crusher-proof weapon?
Well, guys, that was a creative stroke of genius. I congratulate you. It's a huge upset. Razer, I'm sure you guys will be back, and you've earned the right to represent the UK in our international competition. Let's hear it for all the Roboteers.
There it is. Razer goes out on a judge's decision. And we've got our international final with General Chompsalot from the States and Tornado from the UK.
And then there were two. General Chompsalot from the US of A stands at attention, ready to defend our country's honor against Tornado, the storm that's blown in from the UK. When we come back, old friends go head-to-head for their country's honor. A matter of national pride. A fight for the right to claim the Robot Wars International title. Let's go to the battle board for the final matchup.
All right, Mick, our international final looks like this. General Chompsalot 2 from the U.S. up against Tornado from the U.K.
Roboteers, stand by.
There's Tim Burkhofer for General Chompsalot at the controls, and Andrew Marchant for Tornado at the controls. And guarding the corner patrol zones in this final, Shunt with a Diamond Edge axe. And joining him for her first appearance tonight, Matilda with her Tusks of Doom.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Here we go for the international final. Tornado's gotten yet another weapon. It looks like some General Chompsalot proofing this time. Got rid of the Razer proofing. He's got a scoop that'll keep Chompsalot from biting down on the front. Tornado's still got all the pushing power. Let's see if Chompsalot can get his jaws around this one. Tornado pushes Chompsalot right up into the railing, who ran on the outskirts of that CPZ, and Shunt just took full opportunity to come out there and let him know this is my territory, buddy. Tornado comes in behind Chompsalot and just making matters worse for poor General, as Shunt is not letting go of this headlock, and Chompsalot wisely gets out of the way, pulls a wheelie up over Tornado, and Tornado hits the pit trigger. Wow, these guys definitely want to win. They're trying really hard, and they put General Chompsalot on the edge of the pit. Oh, can he get out of this one before Tornado puts him down? Chompsalot in full reverse mode, and Tornado is too much for him. What a great final. Great bit of driving on Tornado's part. Wow. And the Chompsalot team waiting for the 21-gun salute. Look at him down the hole. Fire in the hole. As the housebots do a little do-si-do. Let's take a look at the end of that fight where it all mattered. Tornado was making it count as it swept in with a nice little tail move into the pit trigger and then went after a completely disoriented General Chompsalot. Put him right to the edge of the pit, and the General was doing their best to keep from falling down. But they were no match for the team of Tornado, who pushed him down and kept him down, which means Tornado wins the finals.
And just like that, it's over. Tornado with a stunning knockout over General Chompsalot becomes the Robot Wars Extreme Warriors International Champion.
Our international competition has come to an abrupt halt here. General Chompsalot, after a very impressive performance in our U.S. final, you ran up against a very tough Tornado team. What happened there?
Well, they're just, they're very excellent drivers, and they just outdrove me. I feel like we made it all the way to the prom, and nobody asked us to dance, Mick.
I hate to make you feel even worse, but unfortunately, General, you don't get this. This is what it's all about. Not about national pride or about fun. It's about this trophy right here. And you gentlemen get it. Congratulations. You drove an excellent match. And you are very worthy international champions.
That was a good fight. Those guys are very hard to push. And our robot's a specialist pusher.
Coming off the Razer, the shocking defeat of the Razer, I noticed that you lost some of that armor there.
Yeah, we've actually run a different weapon in each round of this. We have weaponry to pretty much suit whatever opponent we come up against.
So you like to keep your opponents guessing to gain the advantage?
Yes.
All right, well, obviously it's working. You've got a trophy, and you are the international champion. And that's it for this episode of Robot Wars Extreme Warriors. Be sure to tune in next time for another exciting show. Until then, guys, fight on!
Next time on Robot Wars Extreme Warriors, we're going to see 8 bots fighting it out for the chance to go up against the ultimate menace, the House Robots, in the House Robot Rebellion right here on